weirdly proud of that.
Like I'm a celeb.
Oh no!
Oh my days, I'm gonna throw up. Don't actually know what I'm doing here. I've got a 4-foot spirit level.
Oh!
Are you still putting your pants on, Andy?
Hands off.
We are so excited to invite you to our after hours taking place right after this Friday evening session. All you need to do is get your leader to sign your group up following the QR code or the link on the screen now, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Hey subscribers, how's it going? I've got a crazy guest for you today. You probably didn't know this, but I'm a big shot in LA, and I thought I would introduce you to my good friend, Hugh Jackman. Hugh, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Oh, hey Deb. Hey Deb, you're looking great. It's great to see you.
You too, darling.
Deb, you were supposed to be in the UK blessing video. I was looking forward to seeing you. Why did you end up passing on it?
I don't even like rock and roll, so it wasn't such a hard pass.
Well, I don't really think it's rock and roll, but you've been doing the Bible in 1 year. I've seen on the Bible app. You've got a 150-day streak. How have you achieved that? Did you get up early?
I know about you, I'm not really, I get up early, but I'm not really a morning person. Don't like the alarm.
But you have a 150-day streak.
It's really easy, but it looks a little impressive.
It takes a long time, doesn't it? I'm quite behind you.
It's a long process, so I'm halfway through the process. I'm slightly ahead of you, I guess. Thanks for doing what you're doing. We all need it. Love you, man.
Oh!
Are you still putting your pants on, Andy?
Hands off.
Hello and welcome to a bite.
Whoop,
I'm very enthusiastic because we are glad to be here. Welcome to what we are calling our supper time session.
Supper.
Now, for me, supper's not a natural word, but Ben is Southern, so he put it in the email for me. I'll call it tea time session.
Supper, darling.
But supper time session sounds better when you roll it off the tongue like that. My name is Ali, and I'm gonna be the maitre d', the Ant and Deck, the person hosting you through this event. Maitre d' is spelt very weird if you ever see it in an email. I'll just chuck that out for you. It's got an apostrophe in strange places. So as we go on through tonight, we're gonna get to know everyone, and I want you to chuck your comments into YouTube. I want to tell you if you've never seen the spelling of maitre d' before, chuck it in the YouTube. I hadn't till tonight. I want to know where you're from. Where are you repping tonight? Are you England? Are you global? Are you Lancaster? I don't know. I want to know how are you doing? What's your mood? What's the tone for the night? And more importantly, at supper time sessions, what are you eating? Have you got any good snacks? What are we talking about? So, little reminder. Lindsay, what are you reminding us of?
What am I reminding you of? Well, I am actually going to be here on YouTube all evening. So I will be here reading anything you've got to say. So if there's anything you want to say, comment, whatever it is, then pop them in and I'm going to be sharing them to everybody. So you can be part of the conversation too, because it's not just us sitting down tonight, it's you as well. So pop them there. Let us know, as Ali said, where you're joining us from, where you're eating us from, and yeah, anything else that happens, it's going to be incredible.
Cool. Before we go around and introduce everyone, Ben, I believe there is something exciting that you are going to inform us about.
I am. So after this, and I don't know how I've done this because I'm not popping up, but it's all good. Let's go gallery view for this. So for this evening and this evening only, we have got our team that run our monthly event called Catalyst coming up. And they're running an after hours for us. So if you want to go and hang out with some friends, maybe friends you know, maybe friends you don't know, you want to play some games, you want to carry on the conversations that have happened here, and you want to do that kind of face-to-face-ish on Zoom with some folk, get your youth leader to sign up. The link was there, but if you visit www.bdeducation.org.uk/catalyst, you will be able to book yourselves on. Your leader books you, sticks your names in, who's going to come, and you guys can join up. It will give you a Zoom link when they get a confirmation email, and you can join us, or not us, but join the Catalyst team and join them for after hours. So yeah, go, why not? Go join and continue the fun after this.
Cool. That sounds exciting, doesn't it?
A little bit.
I was expecting a little bit of feedback from the team there.
I was on mute.
Everyone's been very polite.
They are so excited, they must be lost for words. So what can we say? So I think I'm all right in saying I think now will be a good time to sort of introduce ourselves. Let people viewing know who we are.
Yep.
Now, you know I'm Ali. I've said that quite abundantly. So I think I'm just going to pick on some random people and they can explain who they are. Does that work for you guys?
Yeah.
Great. Joe, who are you? Tell me about yourself, man.
Don't want to over big up, but I'm Joe. And today, this is actually quite exciting for me. I went on a walk and I went with binoculars from McDonald's to try and find parrots by the Preston Canal.
Oh.
And I didn't find any, so bit of a surprise. There are parrots on the Preston Canal. I might just be super gullible, but so I took my two kids with their McDonald's binoculars and we went on a search for parrots. And one of the children cried when we didn't find one. So, vicious rumours lead to tears.
I actually wasn't expecting that.
Well, neither was I, but,
I look forward to reading about that trip on TripAdvisor. I cannot wait for that review. Lindsay, who are you? Where are you from?
I'm Lindsay. I'm from Blackburn. And I'm currently very disappointed in my choice of meal tonight because it's gone well soggy. I decided I wanted to think back to my childhood because we always had cereal for tea for our Friday dinner. It had to, I don't know why parents couldn't bother cooking or whatever. It's just eat some cereal. So I grabbed some and it was Weetabix and now it's gone into mush, which I don't like it when it's mushy. I have to down it. It needs to be crisp, in my opinion.
It's not a strong choice, Weetabix. Did you go warm milk?
Cold.
Cold?
Yeah.
Any topping or just bare?
Honey. Which I accidentally got all over my trousers, so, it's going well tonight. Oh, it's going well.
We'll move on from that, eh? We've had parrots and honey on trousers, and we've not even introduced Andy yet. Andy.
Hi, everybody. Very nice to see you. I'm joining you for the evening. I'll just go back to Joe for a minute. I don't want to brag, Joe, but when I was living in Chorley, we used to have parrots flying into the back garden. So clearly the place to be.
Chorley.
So that's where they are. So someone got on TripAdvisor.
I moved to Chorley especially for that experience.
So Yep. So my name's Andy. I am part of the bad team. I'm excited to be with you all this evening and have some fun. I work at Archbishop Temple High School as the chaplain there. Thoroughly enjoying that, although it's a little bit interesting at the moment as no one goes there during the day. So anyway, that's me, Ali.
Brilliant. I feel like I know you better already, mate. Ben, who are you? What do you do? Where are you from?
I'm Ben, as Ali has suggested. And I am the youth advisor for Blackburn Diocese. That means I get to do lots of fun things, but mainly talk to vicars a lot. Generally, is the thing. But yeah, and I get to run. But on the other hand, I get to run exciting events like this. I get to hang out with young people quite a lot. So yeah, that's what it is, and I get to be involved in Abide with these wonderful people, and eat pizza that I made an hour and a half ago. So yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Ben?
Do it.
Like legit in your everyday life, do you refer to this meal or supper?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So it felt later than tea time, so I thought I'd legitimately give like a different idea. Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Call it what you like, to be fair.
Right. Yeah. Great. Anyway, we've got some guests with us tonight, so we'll say hello to them. We'll start with Kaeli. Hello.
Hello.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I do. Yeah, I'm Kaeli, obviously, and I am a kind of co-presenter, producer, whatever it's called, of The Way. So we've got a YouTube channel and Instagram, and recently we've been doing some exciting projects like creating series for young people by young people. What else? I'm a master's student. I'm my church's youth leader. I do a lot of stuff, most of it youth oriented. So yeah, that's me.
What are you studying your master's in?
Youth work and community development.
Nice. Everything is youth work, you're right. It's all tied in nicely.
Yeah.
Mark, hello, Mum. How are you doing?
Hello. How are you?
You know, I'm good, thank you.
No one's asked you.
No.
I'd ask you how you're doing.
So we'll just cast that shame on the rest of the team. I'm doing good, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Tell me a bit about yourself, Mark, man. What do you do? Why are you here?
Wow. I mean, firstly, thank you for having me. And my name's Mark. I live in London, a place called Shepherd's Bush in the west of London, which is a lot of fun. There are no shepherds. There's a lot of like just hedges and bushes, but no shepherds. And yeah, as Kaeli said, I'm the other half of The Way. So helping to present and produce really fun content on YouTube and Instagram. And then I also have a day job where I'm working in a company in the heart of London, although I'm currently working in my tracksuit from my sofa, which is a lot of fun as well. And I used to live in Clitheroe. So if there are any people who are in Clitheroe, come and say hello. I know there's been St Cuthbert's Forward Youth watching. So if you are close to Clitheroe, shout out, and we want to see more shout outs. I want to see who's jumping in.
Can I ask you another question, Mark, Mum? Have you ever seen any parrots in Shepherd's Bush?
I have. I've seen some weird things in Shepherd's Bush.
So it's just Preston that don't have parrots then?
It must be.
Cool.
Preston
so
Canal.
Just the Preston Canal, to be fair.
We're limited.
I'm going to go search again. I'm definitely going to go searching again. I'll get my McDonald's binoculars back out. I've even got one of those little stethoscope things where you go look over the top. And I'll find one and I'll send a picture and I'll send it in. Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't think there's ever been a parrot in Coventry. There's nothing that isn't grey in Coventry.
Concrete is the main thing in Coventry, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
it's a beautiful sight.
In honour of our guests tonight, who move in the YouTube worlds, we thought we would do a bit of diving into YouTube and see what we could find. You know, just because obviously you're going to share a bit about yourselves, what you do and what that looks like. So we thought it's only fair if we could try and be YouTubers for the night as well. So we've got some stuff lined up, and I think Ben is going to do the technical stuff.
I can do the techie stuff. Who's going first? Who wants to go dibs in first? Lindsay wants to go first. Let me see if I can find Lindsay's.
So, I mean, I feel like mine needs to come with a bit of an apology because I think it kind of just really shows my childish humour, to be quite honest with you. I mean, there's nothing...
I know what you mean.
The brief was to find something in the Christian world that was funny. And I mean, it is in the Christian world. But, I mean, it's funny because someone gets hurt. So...
All right, should you have a look?
That's it. Yeah.
Here you go.
Here we go. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, right on the toe. Oh my gosh. Ow. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. And that is what happens. Is what happens when you walk in darkness.
Don't walk in darkness is the moral of the tale.
What a legend.
I just love how it's just committed to the point of trying to highlight that Bible verse. And he's just like, I'm just going to go walk blindfoldedly down a corridor with mouse traps in my way.
Do you know what I liked? There was no there wasn't much flinching. It was just, I'm going to ride this out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was 100% commitment, wasn't it? Just
absolutely. Like, if you're going to do it, you do it. So he did. So I was really chuffed with that. But it just every now and then, I just want to laugh and I put that on. So I am just laughing at somebody else's pain. But, do you know?
It makes you feel better and that's all right. So,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Self-care in this day and age, you know what I mean?
It's important.
Who's going next, Ben?
Right, mine. Someone stick their hand up.
Who wants to go next? Oh. No volunteers. Just like church youth group. We're keeping it authentic.
Just pick one.
Yeah.
This is a classic. So give me 1 second. This is Andy's pick. Let's have a watch. Let's have a watch. Proper old school.
No, it's all right. He put his book down. It set off the trigger on a keyboard.
Yeah. And what's great is the fact that his brother-in-law's playing drums. So he tells a story at some other point, and he literally looks at his brother-in-law, who thinks taking the mick of him. So you see him look at the drummer as if to say, and the drummer's just sat there like, it's brilliant.
That's a nightmare, isn't it?
Mm.
Could you imagine?
It would be a nightmare as a keyboard player. This is why I don't like keys. It's too much risk.
Is that why you stick to guitars, man?
It's exactly why.
You can't drop your Bible on a guitar in the same way, can you?
You can't really, no.
You know, when I was in school, this is a slight tangent. We used to have keyboards in the music room, and you could press a button and it'd go, "Hey DJ." We used to do that all the time. I didn't get on very well at music. I would have been a great worship leader in hindsight if I paid attention. That's what I'm claiming. But I think I could have been too good, and that's why I moved on in other directions. Anyway, our next video is from...
Benjamin, we're looking at you.
Ben.
To be fair, they're not all videos.
Oh, they're not all videos. What's this, Lindsay? Why am I following you?
I don't know.
Very excited.
You say they're not all videos. What are they?
But this is brilliant. Take a look at this. Let's be honest. That is it's gold.
That is brilliant.
Took me a moment.
I feel like it's a craze we could start, which might get us in trouble, but it's Good.
Yeah, that's what it is. We just ride around in masks on the trains writing Jesus loves you on train seats. That's what we'll do.
So you could do that when you're out searching for parrots. Take a marker pen.
Yeah, I mean, my kids are only 3 and 5, but getting them a criminal record early is good because then it's done.
Vandalism. I love
In chains for the gospel.
I thought it was appropriate as well, given what the way are all about.
Yeah.
I could work out if it was actually Kaeli saying we've done this.
No. I found this actually on my mum's work group chat. So their group chat is just Christian memes. So I just went through everything. But I wish I'd thought to do this, but no, sadly not.
Be good, wouldn't it? Alrighty. Should we crack on? All right, Joe's. I'm going to go with Joe's next, mainly because I've got 3 images from Joe.
I want to be honest, I didn't read the email properly.
I don't think I did.
The things that I find amusing on the internet, and the only thing I could find that was appropriate were these. So
let's see.
Okay.
Let's share these away.
So for those of you who don't know, you've got to spot the odd one out. There he is. It's Bernie Sanders. So I quite enjoy politics, and at the inauguration of Joe Biden, basically Bernie Sanders dressed as a dog walker and sat with his mittens, his hand knitted mittens, looking like the grumpiest person in the world. And lots of people basically cut his picture out and stuck him in different scenarios where else it would look quite good. So this is one enjoyable Bernie Sanders meme. There's another couple. Do you want to move one on? Because I like this one. Now, I don't want to make any conspiracy theories because there's a lot of them about at the moment. But this is actually a true picture. This actually really happened. And then my favourite one was this one. I just misunderstood the email. Just find something I find funny. I was finding this funny. So.
I love the commitment someone's gone into that one.
Very precise. Very precise.
Takes time.
I'm sorry, but Mark's just flashed the most massive knife I have ever seen. I've just got distracted by that. What's going on there?
I'm eating an apple like my granddad used to eat.
What, with aggression?
Yeah, it's like, whoa!
Wait, this is the biggest. This is a small little apple knife.
Go on, show it.
Sorry, you have specific apple knives. How much are you?
Great point. I was going to call him out.
So what happened in Shepherd's Bush?
I've got my apple knife.
Yeah. Does other people not have an apple knife to
No.
tuck into an apple?
Does anybody else put them in the comments? Do you have an apple knife? Maybe a peach knife? I don't know. Do you have one for different fruit? Is it just the apple?
It's just an apple. I find it a little bit hard to recently to chunk into one. So I thought
we're all struggling with our teeth in the pandemic. Can't get to the dentist.
One of those overhead ones.
Yeah, those are great. They're great.
Legit, my granddad.
It makes apples interesting.
Your granddad used to open his letters with a knife. He had a specific letter knife. I know that's not an apple knife. I've never heard of an apple knife. Does that plug into your iPad or something? You know what I mean?
Imagine an eye knife. I don't want to. Anyway, let's not go there. All right, I'll share with you mine because Mark's actually got a video. So I'll share with you mine really quickly. This just really tickled me.
Friday breakfast with the church worship band.
Yeah, but it's the cast of the Avengers.
I love it.
Oh,
and it's just the fact that Chris Hemsworth as crazy Thor in that movie just is the drummer in so many worship bands, isn't he? And look at the haircuts; they're so specific. That is a worship leader haircut.
Yeah, like yours.
Like yours, yeah.
My head up above the.
Lower your hair.
But that's a shut up. There you go. I just thought it just tickled me, but there you go. Anyway, let's go with Mark's because
he's actually funny.
Well,
no, I don't.
What I love is it's a little self-indulgent, but
I didn't realise you said share a video. I didn't realise it was like. I misread the email. You said, "Do you have a video?" as like a trailer for the way, but then I think I'm confused it to a funny video. So
it's all good. To be fair,
if you think it's funny or not, I don't know.
One went in the trailers. You'll have seen that as we started. This one is, or in the ads at the beginning. This is Mark's funny,
Okay, I hope it is funny now.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Hammersmith Bridge and some pubs. I've been thinking, like, you know, by myself, spirit lead me where my trust is without borders.
Hammersmith Bridge, yeah.
Is it just down there?
Yeah, literally just follow that road.
I was wondering if you could help me. I just wondered if there's like a rowing club.
Again, you're really asking the wrong person.
Am I?
Even though I live in Hammersmith, I don't
Okay.
really know about rowing clubs.
Okay, because I feel like, you know, called upon the waters, you know,
Yeah,
the great unknown.
Explore down, because there are lots of people on the river.
And they just do it, do they? Could you try and guess my name?
John.
John? I am who you say I am. Do I look like a John? And he does it. 3 out of 3. The boys are back in town.
Hey, I genuinely, lockdown ends.
That was funny.
Lockdown ends. I think the team are doing that. We've surely got to do that around Blackburn.
Please do that. I want to see that from you guys.
What song title should we try and get in though? That's the thing.
Well, there were several there, so I think we could just go with find some.
The blessing has to make an appearance. I mean,
that's true.
Or get some old school hymns in. A
Yeah,
random
true.
line from an old school hymn. What old school hymns would you like to see us get into a conversation? Get it in the comments.
Yeah.
And our promise is that after lockdown's done and we can actually, you know, converse with people.
Lindsay will do it.
What?
That is our promise.
Lindsay's been volunteered. Whoop, whoop. There you go. It may well be a challenge. It may be a challenge at some point. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. We've got to create ourselves some work. I'm really conscious of time cracking on, but we have some stuff to give away.
Yes, we do.
We have some stuff to give away. Do you want me to show you what we've got to give away?
Yes, please.
Now, this is sponsored by 3 different groups of people. We've had so much stuff we can't give it away quick enough, basically. So we have 3 books from 10 of those.
Woo!
By John Piper, one by Graham Daniels, because I couldn't remember his name, and one by Timothy Keller, because his name's too small on the top of that. So from 10 of those, we have got some books from the Good Book Company. We've got a series here, Hero.
Hey, oh, look at those.
And we've also got, and this will all make sense a bit later, Meals with Jesus as well, which they've thrown in, and Rebel Hearts, Rebel Girls has given us some copies of their magazine. So we're gonna chuck in a copy of that, maybe a couple, for people to win. And we've got 2 sets of these, so that's a haul of 7 books in a magazine, or 2 or 3, depending on how many I wish to give you and how much the postage is. Because let's be honest.
Basically, if you're in a good mood, you'll be super generous.
I'm in a good mood, and the post lady says you can post these for that price. I'll go woohoo. But basically, they're there. So, and this is where I was trying to find that image earlier, and I need to find them again. So,
well, Pete, you can't. Well, we have to actually do something. We're not just going to give them.
No, we're not going to just give them away.
We've got to earn them. So we've got 2 chances, 2 opportunities to do it. And in a minute, Ben, when he's finally got his technical stuff actually sorted, will be showing 2 images. And you've got to work out how many things are in these images. And they're not standard. They're a little bit random. And it's whoever gets the closest number, and only I have the answer to this, whoever gets the closest number to these pictures will be in with a chance of winning the prizes.
Andy, mate, do you want to do the honours of revealing what people are trying to guess?
So you have to see in these images, and you have to do some counting. The 2 things that we want to know is how many pieces of pizza are in Peter's hair. Try and say that just once.
Say it faster.
Yeah.
Go on, Andy. Fast as you can.
How many pieces of pizza in Peter's hair?
Again.
How many pieces of pizza in Peter's hair? It may have been a correct.
We're looking for a specific number, but I'm guessing we'll go with the closest in the end.
Closest
absolutely.
to it.
Why don't you make it harder and say how many pieces of pepperoni are in the picture? I mean,
No, because I don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer to that, so that would be really hard.
But I know the.
Just to carry up in one's game, Lindsay. You can do that.
I mean, we can make it more of a tongue twister. It could be how many pieces of pepperoni pizza are in Peter's hair. That would be harder, and as I've proven. The other image. Let me see if I can do that. New share.
Oh, we've got some people submitting things already.
Have we?
Yeah.
No. Oh, there we go.
And
Tina's gone straight in with a guess there.
I know.
Brilliant. Straight guess.
and this picture, the challenge, how many Doritos are the disciples digging? So that's the disciples. And
Yeah.
And you have to guess how many Doritos the disciples are digging. So put your answers in the comment box, and the closest one wins, and you'll get all those goodies.
Yeah, you will.
Good. If you're in the chat, it may be useful if you just put pizza and then your answer, as well as your name, and then equally you might want to put Doritos or disciples, so that we don't muddle it up. Because I have a feeling that 30, there might be more Doritos. Anyway, it's a beautiful thing. It's just, we love to complicate things. If you want to just stick it in the comments, and that we will work out at best at some point. We'll scroll and find out what is going on. So there you go. It is all good fun. Ooh, something happened.
Opa wants a Dorito digger, apparently.
Who does?
Opa wants a Dorito digger.
Does he now?
Is this a digger made out of Doritos or a digger that digs Doritos? I mean,
What flavour Doritos would you go for? I mean, I'll be Mexican chili heatwave all the way, but
I like that. Was it the one in the blue packet?
Cool blue.
Yeah, that one all the way.
You know, I used to be.
Is it?
Wow.
That genuinely made you jump, didn't it, Lindsay? You knew that was coming as well, didn't you?
You knew it was coming. It's in the script. How did you miss that?
Literally written in the email you got sent, Lindsay.
I don't read emails. I was a bit surprised as well, if I'm honest.
Thanks for that.
Oh, I didn't like that.
I'm enjoying that far too much.
So what does that actually mean, that alarm that's going off, Ben?
That means it's game time.
Game time.
Game time. Not
So,
game day.
for those of you that have been following us on the socials, you might have seen some little snippets of these beautiful games that have gone on. You may have even seen the full poetry in motion that these games have been. And I think we have the highest tower tonight, don't we, Ben?
We do.
Certainly been a highlight. Highest. Yeah. If you got to explain it, it's not worth it, is it? Which has certainly been a highlight of tonight and will be. Ben, should we crack on and play it, man?
No, let's keep talking for a little bit longer.
Okay.
That means he's got tech issues.
Yeah.
That is fine by me. So,
which means I'm scrolling like frantic trying to find it.
for my team, we thought it'd be a good idea to do some little games as a way of you getting to know us. You can see our true colours coming out in all of these games. It would be fair to say some of them people have used a little bit of cleverness in some of the games that are going on. We've seen some serious sabotage. It's fair to say.
I don't think that one's one we're seeing actually. But...
No, but I'm just saying the whole package. You know, we've got to keep them coming back tomorrow, Ben. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, sorry. There's definite sabotagery.
You don't see it on Netflix, do you? They always give a little flavour of what's coming up next.
You know, do you want to hear something funny? I totally confused myself. I had organised it, and I was trying to find it, and I knew exactly where. Anyway, don't worry. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, now.
Please.
Yes, we do.
What are we doing? You make as big a tower, pyramid, whatever you want to do, and it's got to be balanced in a minute, starting from
Yeah.
now.
Oh no. Thought I had a strategy.
Seconds.
Oh man, I might have to go for a backup.
Right, I'm done.
Flipping it, man! Look at that!
Oh
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
All right, time's up.
Flipping it, Lindsay! You've gone to town and all, haven't you?
Oh man. Oh!
Oh, Ali, how many you got left, mate?
Put one on top of the Christmas tree. I don't know if you can say that.
I mean, that wins, surely.
I also did this little one just to fool you.
How many cups high is that, Andy?
9, mate. And I only had 14 to play with.
Well, I think yours wins on height.
Yeah, yours is definitely the highest, Andy.
You got
Well
the
done.
highest. Who's used the most cups then?
Well, I've got 14 left.
Got 16 left.
19 left.
I think Lynn's just won on the cup count.
All I heard was try and build the highest tower.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, ladies and gents. The only way we can decide this is if you vote and tell us who you think won. Lindsay's was so impressive, and it's just fallen down. It's such.
Thanks to Ali. Now, before we reveal the answer, because I have got the answer, it's not just as simple as go, look at the answer, this is what people voted for. There are actually forfeits involved here, isn't there?
Forfeits.
Unfortunately, there are.
I think before we do, I want people to prepare their forfeits so then we can just have instant ramifications.
One must visit the fridge.
Is yours ready,
Not
Lindsay?
even ready for that?
Is yours ready?
I want to keep
I'm
my chilled,
ready.
man. Chilled.
Get it ready. Right.
Get it ready.
Although I can see the results, so I know whether this is, pointless or not. I want to do it nice and neat, but something tells me it's just going to come out like a right mess. Oh!
I don't think I've ever squirted whipped cream before.
Have you not?
I don't think. I don't.
Life, you lead. You've not had what's that ice cream again?
Neapolitan. Sounds like you've not had it either.
Never squirted.
I just don't live in a world where whipped cream comes in on a daily. You know what I mean?
You don't have some in the fridge in case you're having a hot chocolate?
Yeah, a hot chocolate top world, innit?
Little garnish.
This is what Ali's actually got shaming from.
More votes are coming through over on YouTube, and it's helpful. Keep coming. I'm looking at what we've got already before the event.
Oh, Mark, that pizza looks good.
Pizza's here.
Ooh!
What flavour are you packing, Mark?
Pepperoni and a sort of mushroom.
Oh dear.
Sort of mushroom.
Don't get too
Yeah,
close.
I'm not sure. It's kind of half and half.
Oh, classic half and half.
Quite a few vote Andys coming in there. Just hope you're noticing that, Lindsay.
I have noticed that. I've also noticed I'm adding it to the total. We had some votes over on TikTok as well, and obviously the ones on our website. So are you ready for the winner? Is
Wait a sec. What does the winner have to do?
Yeah.
What's happening?
pie themselves in the face.
The winner pies themselves.
So it's who? Basically, it's the person who got the most votes pies themselves.
Oh, fair enough. Andy, I'm excited.
This is a silly rule.
Loads of votes coming in for Andy.
Hang on. You can't vote.
Right, you ready? And the winner.
No, you can't. Whoa. You can't win and get pied.
Yes, you can.
That's what sounds like it's happening, mate.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Read the email.
Oh, I was out looking for parrots.
Pies at the ready, boys. Come on. Oh, and silence befell them all. Right. Okay. And the winner
This is insane.
Andy.
Yes!
Yes, Andy!
I can't win and get pied.
You can.
Right, okay. Let's try a uniform countdown then. Give me a countdown.
3,
2,
1.
Yay!
Dude.
I'm just turning my camera off for a bit.
No!
Oh,
He's gone. Oh, man.
Have you got a towel?
He thought he'd won. He wasn't prepared.
I brought one because I thought it'd be me.
I was so confident that people don't think I can win games that I didn't bring it.
Well, no, you clearly hadn't won that one. Do you know, my pride was hurt a little bit because I got 0 votes. And I'm like, oh, come on, guys. Come on.
Did I get any votes, Lindsay? Or
Yeah,
not?
what were the votes?
You were in second.
Nice.
Ooh. Cheers for piping up, Andy. I appreciate that.
Nice.
Shall
Got
we
you
move
got
on
a
from
team
that
player.
carnage, Ben?
Andy, you missed a bit.
Well, this was a stitch up.
Oh, we do have a little question before we do move on whilst Andy's sorting himself out. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes.
No.
Every
Oh, controversial.
Kaeli, we're not friends anymore. How can
every day of the week. Come on. You need that,
We were
that
never
juicy
friends in the first place, and this just confirms it. You know, we were never friends in the first place. But come on.
Come on, Kaeli, please.
crunch.
I don't think I've ever had pineapple on pizza.
Oh, Lindsay, you haven't lived. What a sheltered life you've lived. How can you never have had any of these foods?
Erin loves it as well.
Yes.
Love it. Oh, man. Righty.
Wet cream in my eye.
Feeling
We've all
fresh.
been there. We've all been there.
Righty. To help us move on, I have a little I have a little prop.
Oh.
Thanks to Joe.
You're welcome. There he is.
Who knew? Who knew he was there?
Been waiting for a long time.
He's pretty old. He's Bernie. He's pretty old.
Those mittens look pretty new though. So
I mean, it seems he's already really old here, so I can only imagine how old he is now.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. So it's a bit worrying, isn't it? There you go. Anyway,
Why have you shown us that, Ben?
why? Because, ladies and gents, because for Abide Bite Size, we have effectively invited you for a meal. Or actually, let's be honest, 4 meals. Friday night, Saturday breakfast, Saturday lunch, Saturday takeaway. The ITV, we didn't put Saturday night takeaway, so you can't sue us. It's all good. But so we've invited you for 4 meals. And the reason being is that meal spaces and meal tables are where people gather, we have conversations, it's where we do life together. And because of that, we thought, why not talk about some meals with Jesus? Handy prop I had there. Thank you very much to the Good Book Company for that. And so we're going to talk about meals. And so tonight we thought we might as well hit straight in with the biggie. We've got the way here. Let's go straight to the top. Let's go for the biggie, the Last Supper. Like, you don't get much bigger than the Last Supper biblically. And you can find that in Matthew 26 if you want to look it up, Luke 22, Mark 14. So you never read of that. We aren't going to read it for you because we probably would be here for a good chunk of time. But we know about the Last Supper. This is where Jesus washed the feet of his disciples. He broke bread. He shared that bread and a cup of wine with his disciples, which therefore gives us the example of communion that we share with each other, that we share across the world when we're not in a pandemic and we're allowed to do it, when we share communion together. So, yeah, what can we take from this whopping great meal that Jesus had with his disciples? So, yeah, I'm just going to throw that out there. Anyone want to dive in?
I mean, one of my favourite things about Jesus is that he spends nearly all his time eating.
Yeah.
Throws in the odd miracle here and there, but basically he's like meal to meal to meal, get me eating with people. So me and Jesus are kindred spirits in that. Hopefully in more ways than that, I hope. But, you know, that is one big way. One of the things I love about this meal is the fact that Judas is there. Like, Judas, who Jesus knows is going to betray him. And what does he do? He washes his feet.
Yeah.
And he gives him bread and wine. Like, he's so unbelievably gracious. And it's almost like as he washes his feet, he's pleading with him, come on, Judas, you can be part of this. I'm desperate for you to be part of this. And he does it with Peter as well, who he knows is going to say, oh, I didn't really know him. Like, that always has a profound effect on me, that Jesus, his love is indiscriminate. That just gets me, because I think if I knew someone was going to do something horrible towards me, I certainly wouldn't wash their feet, let alone give them food. I'd be shunning them straight away. But Jesus is like, no, he's like desperate for Peter and Judas to come. Look, come on, you're part of this. You can be part of this. And so that always hits me hard whenever I read those accounts of Jesus and eating and washing feet and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Anyone else want to jump in?
Yeah, I'll share something, Ben. That was great, Joe. Thanks. And so in verse 18, right at the start of the account, there's just this little phrase that just struck me, which I kind of looked into a little bit. And Jesus is talking, he says, my time is at hand. And then he just kind of talks, we're going to have the Passover and everything, but it just starts by saying, my time is at hand. And it kind of just means like imminently, my time has come. Like, this is it. This is the thing. And we know that in, the next day or two, there's the cross and the resurrection and everything that Jesus kind of does in our place. But it's almost like my time is at hand. And it's suddenly like, since the first sacrifice of the sheep back in Genesis to Noah's Ark, to the Exodus and leading the people all the way out of slavery, all the prophets, everything, my time is now at hand. And it just all suddenly makes sense. And this is like it. And he celebrates it with the Passover meal and we know the representation of Jesus' body and blood in that. And so I just thought that was fantastic. My time is at hand. Everything, it was all completely in control of Jesus, totally planned, the whole deal. It was just part of his plan, which I just thought was a fantastic little study. My time is at hand was the little phrase that caught my attention.
I like how you've gone really deep with it, because I just felt like it looked like you were about to go out on a night out, like they ate together, they drank together, they sang a song, and then they left, and it was like, oi, oi, we're off. And I was like, it's like they're getting ready for some kind of like big do.
Mm-hmm.
So I clearly, my theological reflections on it was not as good as yours.
I think I'm a bit like you, Lindsay. I don't think I went as deep as the other lads. Like, you know what I mean? When Joe set off first, I was like, bit it, man, how am I gonna input after that? But I was thinking a bit about meals, because obviously BiteSize, we're doing the meals. This is like on point, innit? I see why we've mailed it out. But I was thinking about how often in life events tend to revolve around a meal. You know what I mean? If there's someone you like, your first date is normally like a meal somewhere, or if it's a celebration as a family, you go out for a meal, or if you're on Zoom at a Bite, you get a takeaway pizza. You know what I mean? This is what we're dealing with. And then I was like, this story, the Last Supper, is like one of the major stories of the Christian faith, and what goes on to happen underpins the whole Christian faith, and it starts out with a meal. So that for me, I never really thought of that link until tonight. I don't know if that's a deep link or a blatantly obvious link. Maybe I'm just slow to uptake, but
I love the fact that what we see in this is Jesus modeling serving others. So like in this space, you see him serving others. You see him then actually sharing, effectively starting with communion, starting to share what he's about to do. So this is like almost the first time that he goes, this is almost like pre-evangelism, if that makes sense. Like he's like, hey, this is coming. This is how you're going to remember me. Oh, by the way, like, and let's be honest, like the next time they see him, he goes, all right, your turn, off you go. And that's for me in some ways is like, how do we start to, like, how do we model that ultimately? Like, how do we start to serve other people? I guess is the big question from it is, how do we serve others? But equally, like, how do we take hold of that? Not just by doing communion, like that's totally right. We should remember Jesus. That's a huge part of our worship within our churches and within our faith. But actually, how do we take that step that we are going into sharing Jesus with other people? This might sound like a tenuous link, but it's really not. But Mark and Kaeli start really quietly. You guys do, the way is all about that, right? So like, do you guys want to jump in at this point?
Yeah. Kaeli, you're always so wise. Whenever we do like a little video, Kaeli will be I'm just setting Kaeli up right now, just like, and also I can't see. Oh no, you are there, Kaeli. I've got like the gallery view.
I wasn't like, oh, he's telling me to be wise, I'm off.
yeah, exactly. See ya. Bye. Kaeli, what did you think about that? It's true.
He really doesn't want to talk, Kaeli.
Mark does the funny bits and then he's like, right, you take it serious now.
Yeah, Kaeli carries the she's doing a master's in theology.
No, I already did my degree in theology.
That's right.
No, so well, because I also, when I read the Last Supper, I really think about that kind of servant-heartedness of Jesus to wash their feet. And I think for me, the best way we can serve people is to share the gospel with them. Like, you know, the best way to save someone is to tell them how to save their life. And, you know, we believe the way to save your life is to live a life with Jesus. So, you know, when Jesus sits there washing their feet, that's what we're called to do for people. We're called to serve them, to love them by sharing the gospel with them. So, yeah, I mean, I guess me and Mark have been on quite a long journey with how we can do that online, and that's never been more relevant than it is now. So yeah, I don't know, we just decided we want to empower people to be able to share their faith and have that confidence. So yeah.
See, I told you Kaeli is awesome. Yeah, it's like, I think, as you said, Kaeli, like, I think it's funny that we call like the Instagram feed, you know, like people get food from their Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and it does feel like a feed, and it's like, what content on there is actually gonna like fill you up, is actually good for you. And I think there's so much good stuff, you know, it's fun stuff, it's like people walking on mouse traps and all the stuff in between. But yeah, I don't know, just going on that journey, and I was like, if there's going to be content that we put out and, you know, conversations that we have with our friends and others, I want to bring them something that is going to fill them up, is going to like give them life. And there's so much of that, which is sharing my faith. And I think we try to overcomplicate it so much. You know, we try to like do all these kind of like clever tricks, and we get scared because we don't think we have the words for it. But Jesus hardly speaks in this. You know, he's like, here is bread, here is the wine. You know, it's kind of just, it's around a meal, it's around close friends. And so I guess I'm still on that journey of like trying not to overcomplicate it. And whatever we do online, and you have if you have an Instagram account, or you know, you have an opportunity, but you also have an opportunity just with your friends to not overcomplicate it and share about Jesus and the difference he's made in your life, what he brings to you. So that's, yeah, I love like looking at this, and this, to do it whilst eating pizza is a bonus, I must say.
No, it's true. I like what you're saying now, like keeping it simple and not overcomplicating it. I'm very prone at doing that. I used to have a GCSE art teacher who used to turn around to me and was just like, just keep it simple, Lindsay, because I just think everything needs to be like above and beyond. But did you ever sort of feel like at any point that maybe, did you ever get those feelings that, okay, I have a voice, but maybe my voice isn't the right voice, or maybe my voice isn't good enough, or maybe I don't have the right to be here? Like, have you two been through that where you think like, why should I be the one to give that message? Why shouldn't it be somebody else? Or
yeah 100%. Like, so I started doing the way when I was 18, I think, maybe 19, and I'd never done anything like that before, and it just kind of came together, it just kind of happened, and suddenly I was like, you know, in front of a camera. The first video I ever did was interviewing Governor B.
It's very awkward, I love it.
Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And I was so nervous, and I was like, it's so awkward. I was super scared. But, you know, the more you share your faith, the more you realize that God gives you the words you need. Like, every time we sit down to do a video, we just start talking and we start, you know, reflecting on who God is, and the ideas just flow. Like, we've never sat there for 2 hours because we can't think of anything good that God has done. Like, God is so good that when you start just reflecting and talking about him, it just comes. And that's the thing, like, it's not about me, it's not about Mark, it's not about you. Like, you can be anyone, but God's gonna do what he wants to do. So all you have to do is like show him you're there. Just be like, God, I'm here, I'm listening, I want to do this. You know, empower me to do that, give me the words to say.
Yeah,
one of my favorite people in the Bible is Moses. And I just love the fact, you know, God had this calling from him, and he's like, oh, but I'm not good enough. Goes through all that whole battle, and he even like gives him the words to say, like gives him that ability. And it's just phenomenal, isn't it? When you just go, okay, I trust you, and like just go for it. Is it like, does it help that it's the two of you? Like, so I'm very like, I got educated very old schooly on, like, you know, the Leroy, because I just charged in on something. I actually did a dabble into gaming, and I just like looked around and went, like, forget you guys, I'm off, and like charged right in. And what I love about this Bible verse is that community sense, isn't it? That coming together. I actually we're here about Jesus together, not just like being off on our own all the time. So do you find that you two being together, doing this journey together, does that help with sort of sharing faith, or is it okay on your own?
No, absolutely. Like, and it's like, as you said tonight, just like seeing people like tune in virtually has been encouraging. I think with Kaeli, I don't know if it's been good for you. If you're like, Mark is actually really annoying, I can't believe but sharing your faith is quite scary. You're putting yourself out there, and you know, you just, or not just sharing your faith, but just following God and, like, you know, having faith. I mean, it's pretty hard, and like having a friend and having someone that you're passionate about seeing other people discover it, and you kind of share the stories, you share the times when it's like, wasn't it amazing when, you know, like this person really, I don't know, it's like changed their life, or the other times when you just, people think we're weird and like it's really embarrassing, and it's amazing that we get to share that together. And I think one big part of that, and through doing stuff where you are, I don't know, it could affect like mental health in a way, because it's like you are out there on YouTube or whatever, or even just with your mates, negative feedback or rejection can be quite hard. So like, we're designed to have, you know, to share it with friends. I don't think we should do it on our own. You know, I think it should be with friends. Kaeli, I don't know if you agree, but
Yeah, no, I agree. And we always talk things out so much before we make a video. Like, and I think it's important for everyone to have those people that you kind of pad out what you believe with. Like, before you go charging into a conversation with someone who doesn't know anything about your faith, talk to someone who, you know, is a Christian as well, who understands, pad it out, work out what you believe, solidify it, and then be ready to share. Like, be ready, like, know exactly what you're actually trying to achieve. But yeah, it's definitely important to pad it out. Otherwise, you know, sometimes I come out with things and then I'm like, oh, that's probably heresy. That's probably not true.
No.
So the amount of times we've probably cut out sentences from videos that were just not true.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm really loving what you're saying, like the whole, we need to do it together. I was really struck, Kaeli, just by what you were saying right near the start about, you know, the best way we serve people ultimately is we share Jesus with them. Like, that really hit me. Like, there's all kinds of practicals where we serve people, which is just wonderful. But if people need Jesus, don't they? Like, he's the one who transforms our life, who's washed us clean completely from everything that breaks us and makes us wrong. Like, yeah. So I want. Is it all right if I pray? Is it all right if I pray for us and all those watching? It seems to me like God's really leading us to want to go out. You know, Jesus. You know, it's a meal. He says, then you celebrate it, do it, serve other people. Why don't I pray that perhaps us might have more passion for this, but also those watching might have a greater passion to serve their friends with telling them the good news of Jesus. So, shall I pray? Let me pray. Yeah. Oh, Heavenly Father, we want to thank you so much for your amazing Son, the Lord Jesus, who, though we know he was King of Kings, stooped down, came lowly, became a servant who washed dirty feet. And Father, we thank you that he did far more than that. He went to die on a cross so that the whole world might know your forgiveness and be part of your family. And Father, I just pray you give us a greater passion for our friends to know the Lord Jesus for themselves. Help us to be servants of our friends by, whether it's online or as we're just hanging out, sharing something of what Jesus has done for us, sharing something of how wonderful and amazing Jesus is, that they might know him too. We pray for your Spirit to help us with that, to empower us for that. Give us Christian friends around us to encourage us in that, we ask. And we ask it all in Jesus' powerful servant name. Amen.
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 Thanks, Mark and Kaeli, for sharing what you did there, guys. That was really good. Any of you guys watching, if any of you notebook or doodle or journal, if something struck you in what was said there, can I just encourage you to write it down? Because actually what Kaeli said, I agree with Joe completely. Hit me like a freight train. It's like, man, that's good. Like, write that down if you need that in your life. Even Instagram it, you know what I mean? Like, if there's something that struck you, don't let that thought wander, because sometimes it's easy to get distracted. I know that the hard way. I've learned that lesson myself. So, giveaway prize.
Yeah.
Who's won the giveaway prize?
You really want me to tell you who's won the giveaway prize?
Well, I think we should announce it at some point. Do you?
Okay, that's fine.
Can I just clarify, Lindsay? Does this mean that the winner gets a pie in the face, or does the winner get like a good prize? Or
Hey, that's amazing.
Are you a bit bitter, Andy?
I don't.
Confused more than anything.
We did specify this in many meetings that this is what would happen, and I've regretted my decision since because I've tried to win at so many of these games, and I'm like, why did I do it?
I think, and even my wife voted for me twice as well.
He probably read the email.
Yeah,
you read the email and knew what was going on. That's what it was.
Well, weren't you, Andy?
Sorry, carry on.
Right. Ben, are you right to pop us to gallery view again? And then it's not just my big face when the time comes.
Yeah, we're on gallery view. Do you want your big face?
No. Oh, I'm confused. Never mind. Ignore me. So I'm seeing other things now. Right. The winners. Are we all ready? Are we all excited? There are two winners. I have picked the one who, let's just see the images again. Have you got the images to hand?
They are handy. Can do this real quick. And his pizza on his head.
How many pieces of pizza in Peter's hair? And the answer was 31. So that someone got it bob on, which is Tina. So Tina wins one of the prizes.
Right in there as well.
I know.
Boom! The person that put it.
Nice, Tina.
Incredible. Okay, so well done. Next image.
Doing it. Sorry.
So, how many Doritos are the disciples digging? Not how many disciples are digging Doritos that I once said, which is just not the thing at all. How many Doritos are the disciples digging? The actual answer is 350. So I had to get out my calculator to work this one out to see who was the closest, because there were two that caught my eye. And I was like, oh my days, which one is it? But the winner is actually Izzy with 280. So congratulations, Izzy. We will figure out ways. I'm guessing we'll talk to Fiona to figure out ways to get those prizes to you.
Alternatively, if you want to email youth@blackburn.anglican.org, send us your name, your postal address, and we'll get those in the post to you. So that's the other way of doing that. Otherwise, if youth leaders, you know who we've just said, bob us an email and we'll get those things in the post. This whole big, beautiful bundle. Oh, look at that. It smells new. Promise they won't have I won't have sniffed all every book. Promise.
And we'll move on from that because we've given the prizes away. And Ben sniffed them all and is happy with the quality.
They are new. They're brand new books.
New book smell. Brilliant. So tomorrow is a whole new day.
It is.
And I think it'd be good if we had a bit of an oversight as to what tomorrow in the Abide BiteSize world looks like. So you're probably thinking, what does it look like, Ali? Well, it's going to revolve around some meals, right? We know that much already.
3 of them.
So did you know, right? Tomorrow, apparently, is Eat Ice Cream for Breakfast Day. I had no idea of this, but Lindsay in a meeting was straight in there. We suggested a date, and Lindsay was like, yeah, let's do it. It's eat ice cream for breakfast day. How did you know that so quickly, Lindsay?
We celebrate it every year in this house. So,
But not with soggy Weetabix.
well, no, because that's an ice cream, is it, Benjamin?
No, but you could have ice cream with it.
Now, on the subject of ice cream, I believe we have a giveaway.
We have an incredible giveaway
tomorrow. Ben, do you want to tell us what this giveaway is, man?
I can do. So, Mrs. Dowson's is an ice cream, or a farm-based ice cream company. They're incredible. I got very lost, and I can tell you that story tomorrow when picking this up. They've not only given us some ice cream for tomorrow, the 5 of us, but they have given us an incredible prize, which I'm not going to reveal too much, but there is...
It's not hard to work out, is it?
It's ice cream of some kind, but there's also equally they've given us something. All right, do you know what? Should we just drop it? Yeah. All right, so you can win a year's supply of ice cream from Mrs. Dowson's tomorrow morning.
Whoa!
And not only that, everyone who registers on their website gets a voucher for a free ice cream when they go. So they have properly gone to town with us and have sponsored us tomorrow morning. So big up to Mrs. Dowson's. If you've never heard of them, they're kind of Blackburny direction. But they are Blackburn, but they're kind of, anyway, they're up in the hills somewhere.
Near Blackburn, in the Ribble Valley.
In the Ribble Valley. There you go. So yeah, that's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Join us for that. You can
10 a.m. For some reason now I've just got the scene from Elf going around my head.
10 a.m. tomorrow, Santa's coming to town.
And he said, like, ice cream! It's the way he said 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Yeah.
10 a.m. The ice cream will be here.
What other song have you had in your head today, Lindsay? What day is it? What day is it, Lindsay?
You knew we'd stitch you up at
Saturday, Sunday.
All right. You did that proper justice. Properly did that justice there.
Yeah, it sounded just like it.
I am. There is a forfeit I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, to be quite honest with you, that involves my singing. So I hope I do not win that one.
Joe, do you want to tell us what's coming up tomorrow lunchtime?
Yeah, well, obviously, I'll give you an update on whether I see a parrot on Preston Canal. To come back, who knows? Who knows what I might see? Also, we've got another meal, 1 o'clock. And wonderfully, we've got Rachel Gardner from Youthscape. She also works down at Preston Minster. Maybe she's seen a parrot. Maybe we can ask her about that. We did lots of questions I've got for her. And also, we've got a giveaway as well, a prize where you can win your takeaway for that tomorrow night. Yeah, so that is pretty big.
For the evening.
That is big. Yeah. So we are so excited about tomorrow. We will keep tomorrow evening just in a bit of suspense for you, because you know what's coming up for the first 2 sessions. You're going to be so excited for the third one. And we just want to say a massive thank you as well to Mark and Kaeli for coming today. Like it's genuinely been amazing to have you guys, and I've learned lots. The team's learned a lot. I'm sure the people watching this now and in the future, that sounds weird, in the future, we'll learn a lot from this. So I just want to thank you for that.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks for having us.
You are more than welcome. We are coming into land. Why do people always say that? We're coming to the end of the session. Or is that too blunt? Is that why people say we're coming into land?
Crash land at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Crash land. Someone else take over and close the session if you want, because I'm crashing and burning here. No, that's fine. I'll carry on. We'll see you tomorrow. What time are we starting tomorrow?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Back on YouTube.
We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us tonight. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.